good to you, people of God and people of sports. This is the space where sports with a slice of sass they cook. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be in front of your visage for the third episode of Cece and Chief Swore. I am your Olorogu one of sports. They call me Chief Olorogu Awarswagene Chinyelo Chape. Or you can call me Chief Swore for this one. And I'm with the lady when they drop the stats with the facts. Happy Easter, post, pre, and everything in between, my sister.
Happy Easter Monday.
Happy Easter Monday,
right?
A great deal. You not go Galilee.
No, I have to be here for the fans,
How's that experience like?
Somebody actually posted cake in our WhatsApp group that she was going to share.
Yeah.
And someone else is also talking about rice and some other things. I mean, Galilee Monday is something you wouldn't want to miss. Especially when you're a Catholic.
I did like her.
I mean,
for those of you
it's all
that...
fun. So I'm missing out today, so I have to be here for
you
you
are
guys.
not missing out. When we finish, we'll go shop. How you go say we dey miss out? For those of you that have opportunity to celebrate days like this, it go remain now.
Okay, all right.
You not believe that for your level. You know the whole your community strong. All and where those of you that have Easter to celebrate, we want to say congratulations to us for the resurrection and the completion of all our debts. Yes. Yes.
40 days.
Yes. Now to enter the sporting part of it all, I think this is one of the most remarkable Easters for me. Simply because before we enter our IT
spotlight,
our spotlight to Cece, I woke up this morning with
how
a smile on my face, knowing that Arsenal women and Arsenal men, they collect Hawaii. It's with me. And Nigerians were in the midst of it all. So, Nnadozie, that thing you are cooking, continue. Brighton, she did it.
Wow. You understand something? People celebrated Easter in different ways. Why some were celebrating resurrection of the Christ, some were celebrating titles, and some were celebrating losing. When you go from quadruple to double, and you're not even sure of the double, so you're looking at the single, so it's actually difficult. And I thought just maybe the women, just like what up. Chelsea women
when
did.
Our men are messing up, our ladies step up.
But it couldn't happen. When you have Chiamaka Nnadozie as your goalkeeper,
my Lord.
You understand what I mean? At a point, she was a six winning streak in a row, 6 clean sheets in a row. Now, this is the third in a row. And she made 3 crucial saves. And that was actually, I would say, Arsenal greatest on doing. Because when you have a Chiamaka as your opposition, you're trying to score against her, it won't just go in.
You know the thing when sweet people, they just crash us out from inside Champions League.
Into the semi-final.
They do us shaggy. And by us, I mean Chelsea, as you know. You see that thing when we say McCabe do when we say she drag our girl hair. No, I'm just saying. What does it profit a woman to drag the hair of another girl when they're beaten for inside ball? Then they not give her a card. Can't give my coach double card. Can't make my coach get red card. To come meet Brighton a mid-table side. And then you collect.
It's the same thing.
Let's
draw it like it's the same thing. Arsenal breezed into the Champions League quarterfinals also.
Breeze, you not get respect. Yeah. Unbeaten. How you go say na breeze? Give them their flowers. They try.
No. That's what breezing, cruising. So that's what I'm talking about. Till they got to this stage, Leverkusen tried to, show them some pepper. But Leverkusen, after that year being on corner kicks and everything, had to collect it.
They collect.
But the point is, what happened to Arsenal men happened to the women. Yeah. Now they got into the semi-final of the Champions League, and now they choked. And now at the FA Cup, they're also choking. So at the end of the day, if you look at both sides, I think Arsenal, maybe there's something that just didn't go well for them. This is apart from the Champions League.
Maybe they ate meat before they came in on Good Friday. Because sometimes some people they say if you take things you're supposed to. It do used to make you feel so
bad. Chiamaka, I think we need to blow something for Chiamaka again. We didn't do it last time.
And by the way, Chiamaka liked our post for that something also. Yeah.
I think we need,
we see.
I mean, come on, guys, a clap for Chiamaka.
Nothing they sweet me for. Let's clap. Wait, you people denied us our what? Can I get a what? Can I get a what? No, that one never shocked Easter chicken yet. But something that's amazing.
I think Chiamaka needs that, really.
Yeah, no, she does. So, something that's amazing to me, Cece, is that just before we came in, we were talking about Paul Onuachu.
Yes.
A week ago, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how he was underrated and not celebrated enough. Brother just got 22 goals. Walk us through that.
I mean, 22 goals this
season.
When you're looking at stars that are scoring goals, especially in the Turkish league, you're looking at who else? Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
But right now, you're not looking at Victor Osimhen. You're looking at Paul Onuachu. And the way he's going under the radar, I just hope he can actually bring that to the national team, because that's actually what is key. When you're playing at the club, you're very good. Then you need to at least, let's see some of it reflect at the national team level. But then,
no, go let this boy get the accolades. Just enjoy.
No, I'm just, come on now. You can't talk about a club side without talking about the national team.
Right.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Right.
So if you're performing for your club, try and see if you can bring, let's say, 70% of that to the national team. That helps a lot. Now, Paul Onuachu, what was interesting about this, his first ever goal for Galatasaray?
Tell me.
Was the fact that he has never scored against them.
They used to tie his leg.
And Victor Osimhen, didn't play. So I don't know if maybe that's the reason. And the goals that were scored were actually by Nigerians, both the assists. You're looking at Paul Onuachu scoring his first ever goal, against Galatasaray. And then you're looking at another player who also scored for Galatasaray, who also scored for Trabzonspor. In this particular one. You have Chiamaka Nnadozie also scoring. Yeah. And then the assist was done by Anthony. So at the end of the day, it was all about Trabzonspor, and it was all about the Nigerians that are in this team that make it tick. But then our accolades definitely goes to Paul Onuachu for what he has done so far this season. 22 goals. It's not something that is really easy for a towering striker like that. We know how tall he is. So when he's able to bang in the goals with his height, you have to
I'm just pleased. You see, inside those 22 goals, the idea that Paul Onuachu already has 9 goals of those headed already. People talk about the headmaster, the man with the big head game, Muti Adepoju.
Yes.
So I had to go and check. We're talking about who get the most when it comes to head work.
Goals.
I gotta go check. Say all the talk on daddy are not they insult you. Oga say bros, you na bros. Remember this gal. Daddy, you na senior man. Yeah. But I can say in our Nigerian national team, it's almost 50 appearances. Muti had about 6 goals. I think why we call him the headmaster is because the quality of goals, the one against Spain, one against Saudi Arabia, all those kind of things when they give us level. Paul Onuachu actually has more headed goals. Oh my, them well. Has more headed goals. Because Muti Adepoju. Is it that we need to start hyping because it's this guy gets 6 goals?
The difference between Muti Adepoju is
this one get 9.
What role does he play? Is it roles? I mean, the job of Paul Onuachu is to do what? Score goals as a striker.
So
Muti Adepoju, what's his job?
Is it you are telling
Tell me what's his job?
See,
so if he score goals for you, it's an added advantage. That's the difference. Yes. So if you have defenders scoring goals, you have left winger, central defenders, all of them scoring goals. Central midfielders, yes, can score goal, but that's not their job. So the job of a striker, if you're a striker, you're a number 9, so you must strike, wear that shirt, and you're not scoring. What are you doing?
Well, the man has scored 22. 9 of those goals are headed goals. So that's his job,
and then 9 of them headed goals. That's an advantage.
That means that he's our most prolific right now.
Yes,
right
at the moment, you can't rule him out.
Osimhen, those are the 2 Nigerians that are using head work pretty well. So anybody that's not speaking the gospel right for Paul Onuachu, I think they need to pick pin, hands up, and close their eye. But I don't think he's the only one that made us smile this weekend. See, it's a great time to be a Nigerian. Hey!
There's so many.
Hey!
It was hard for us to pick. It was hard. Now, we've done Chiamaka Nnadozie, Paul Onuachu. And the next person, let's go to boxing.
Let's go to boxing.
Elizabeth
Oshoba. Hey. Over.
Okay, I'm going to get mine.
It's doing you now.
Yeah.
1, 2, go. You not do
what happened?
You not do quiet. 1, 2, go. He's with me. See, there's this thing about when you move from Nigeria, you migrate.
Yes.
And then you start afresh in a new space.
Okay.
It takes a long time for people to settle in. Yes. Check over time. All them if you are Jagba, if you are Kochi, all the ifs that moved over, all the boxers especially that have been homegrown, that have moved. It's been very difficult for a few of them until they found small time. Akpochi had to get Foreman and his crew to join his training team in America. That's when he started doing much better. Jagba had to take his time, be doing dead fights before his unbeaten run gave him the opportunity to come up. And same thing similar to Oshoba. Oshoba's, I think, her lowest moment might have been when she got silver for us. Not be Commonwealth
Games, yes.
And then the African Games, I was funny. But when she moved to Brighton, Bristol, she did. When she moved go Bristol, she has been doing the work. She has been fixing her leg, her footwork. She has been increasing her durability to take a punch, and even better, extending her reach and putting extra things in her toolkit. Now the Chelsea, oh my God, now Chelsea babe,
her name her name is Chelsea Anne.
Now Chelsea
her name is Chelsea Anne.
Speak on it, I beg.
Chelsea Anne. I mean, it was by technical knockout. But you know, when you have, I mean, it's 10-0 right now, and 6 of those 10 victories she's had, and 6 of it happens to be knockout. So I wasn't surprised. No, yes, it was on the card, you know, for the main title fight. But Elizabeth, it's someone we've seen Elizabeth over the years. You know what she's done over the years, and then after that Commonwealth Games in 2022, I mean, we'll be following her progression and the progress she's made so far. It's something really remarkable, and that's why on this show we're actually spotlighting her as one of those who actually make this weekend a memorable one for us, especially this Easter celebration.
One thing I also like for this girl is that, you know, when they say like Davido, you rise by lifting others. When she just like Obafemi in the WWE, that boy when they run for us before. You know, when she was coming in, when she was preparing for this particular fight, Chelsea is not a small girl. Chelsea is one of the biggest cards and biggest name when it comes to that particular, you know, weight class for boxing. One of the biggest bright stars from Britain in recent time. So, you know, the home crowd is already against you. So what did she do? She needed to get back to her roots. She called small doctor. Rise up. He said small doctor, show. So when she train, they go just do, we get. See,
to what you know.
See, you have to find a way.
To
find your
bringing
reading.
people in. Yes.
Before we will be shy about these things that I like Owigiri, or I like the Oshupa, I like now the way Nigerians that are doing this sports thing, the way they bring the elements. Not be at all Joshua, they bring a goosey and
being a Nigerian now sells better.
It's like
it's
like a cheat code now because we have so many things to get your head in the mood. And if everything fail, may you call Jerry Eze. What God cannot do does not exist. Before they shout power for you 3 times, you go enter that place with fire. So I like that she carried the full Nigerian culture, not just the one of the past, the ones of present. She moved with Dagrin's music, for instance. Hearing Dagrin's music in that, it was a packed space. I think it was over 20,000 people watching, and she was making that work. And then she then carried that wrestling Mexican mask where cover her mouth. Then the girl just small doctor teach am bad thing. The way she are staying now when she walking between she and Femi na the nice sweet part. As they start no only the eye you they see, and the eye be like in a bosky. I'm a dead man walking. Oh my, she still no get choice. Anyway, I'm going to say this. I'm done. I'm just happy to see a Nigerian woman shine. The only last part I'll say is credit to her, and she has done something that's not so common for our female boxers. A technical knockout. Now, normally, Nigerians are not so good with the TKO. They are not. Really, now we they chop them. If we not knock you out once, people they chop us quick with TKO. So I think that what she's taking her time to build, she seems like she's going to be the longevity for her career. She's very intentional about it, and I feel like more Nigerians should embrace this journey for this girl because she's very keen, it seems like, to put the Nigerian name, to put the African culture, our flavors out there. And when you win like this, I mean, come on now. Please, happy Easter, my sister. Happy Easter. And speaking of happy Easter,
remarkable
Ella.
One, Ella, I mean, you know, Ella Rise, it's something really remarkable, really. I mean, when she started off this season, you know, when she started the Indo season and then getting into the real competition, I felt there's something about Ella that we're really not saying. We've been talking about who is going to talk about the likes of Falilat Ogunkoya.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you see Ella, so air apparent here. I'm still waiting for her to actually break that record. But her runs, I mean, most of the records she's setting for the first time in 27 years, we've not had someone running like that. It's her consistency that really got me talking about her. What she's doing, I mean, if you have an athlete like that, remember, you know, at the African Championships, it was with the 4x100 meters women, 4x400 meters, you know, relay team, and then winning medals, not just gold, bronze medals, and also silver. No, she has done so much for the country. And then you see the record she's churning out. I just hope this consistency will remain until the Commonwealth Games, because that's where sometimes we have our athletes running so much during the season, and then there's a burnout. And then when you come to the Commonwealth Games, sometimes at that peak that you were at, they just drop. And another thing I'm hoping is that maybe the Saudi incident, I know our athletes and coaches are moving to Saudi Arabia, more money and everything.
True.
And I hope that, the system doesn't do something to her and then she'll have to, migrate like Ophelia did. But this is an athlete that we need to celebrate. This is an athlete that we need to pay more attention to. Yes, her school is doing so well.
LSU,
LSU is doing so well. But then this is because of what the school is giving her. And that's where she's able to give back. So let's also give her something when she comes home to run so that she'll be able to give so much back, really, for us.
I love that you say that too, because when you're doing a 400-meter category, most people don't know how grueling that is. It's a sprint race, but it's not a sprint race. You have to attack it. And a lot of times it's the starting block. And she was the second to last person out in that race. That race was very exciting. By the way, Ella, I love you. Ella, you are amazing. Because I met this girl, I think, in World Juniors under
20.
Under 20.
That's when she came to limelight.
That was when Ophelia was just rising.
Yeah.
And Ella was just in secondary school. She was still in this Ugedi secondary school. Nureri had been waiting. Like, very... When you see her, you're not saying this girl, na cassava, na in the shop, na tapioca and bonga fish. All the Ugbeku they show.
Well, small but mighty.
She was under the leadership, I think, for Coach Evelyn and Mavwai, Coach Mavwai. Let be a coach then. And yes, the grassroots coach, the developmental coach, they'll give you the fight, they'll give you the ginger, but you see, the ability to know when you can spin from that first 100, even if you start slow, and build up momentum into the second 200 meter, and then do the curve, begin to push yourself, the pace up, and then use your last power to finish. That's what LSU gave her, where Ophelia was. And inside 2 years since she moved, she cut out two full seconds come off from her time. And already she was already breaking. So that's why when you say she's consistent, I like it, because in 23 years, we have not seen any other Nigerian. Now, which woman I run last when Falilat? 23 years, when this girl was still a teenager, she broke that course. And now that only just last week was her birthday, by the way, she just turned 21. Again, so happy birthday, baby! Happy birthday! So I like that. Inside that moment, she locked in and she got us our proper qualification. So
and not just that, for her school, it's the first time you're having male or female running, sub 50. They've never seen that
Baba,
in the school.
Nigerians
So
are hungry.
Records, when you have an athlete like that, she ran, by the way, 49.59 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, that's how many, they've
First
never
time
had that in the school, having male or female athletes running under 50. So that's also a plus for her, really.
So, Cece, can I throw this to you? Is it that now we don't get the formula for athletics? Not they laugh me, you go talk through, not give me any political answer. so it seems like if the local coach push the secondary reach small level, all Nigeria need to do now, just pursue them go America or pursue them go UK. Or pursue them go Jamaica. Because the system will
help them grow. Now, let me read, I was going to read the explosive run. Now, she set a new LSU program record.
Yes, sir.
That this actually gave her the world lead and NCAA lead for 2026, and it moved her to number 10 in collegiate history, not just this year, and number 7 in African history, number 3 in Nigerian history. You have the first time you have a Nigerian actually broken the 50 seconds barrier in the 400 meters in 27 years. So you look at these records, and then you look at Ella, and you look at how small she is.
Very tiny, between she and Miracle, very tiny.
Mighty.
The biggest names in our athletics are very tiny thinking people.
Because she's doing some mighty things. So shout out to Ella, for that wonderful display. All the records that she was able to not just set, also break. And I'm looking forward to see her at the Commonwealth Games. And of course, Los Angeles in 2028.
Yes,
all things working together
all things
for her good.
Together. Yes, and this is the best time for us to start getting people in, because when we speak on the athletics, it's less than a month to the first edition of the world release that will be hosted by Africa.
Yes.
Now, a few sports don't they host Africa, or Africa don't they host them. In cricket, in rugby, whatnot, South Africa has been very big on hosting the world. Morocco has been very big hosting the world. But you see, when it comes to athletics, we've never had the opportunity, despite the fact that a lot of the big names in athletics in the past 50 years have come from Africa. But what they're trying to do in Gaborone is crazy cool. Cece, ask me why now. Ask me why.
Okay, how crazy is it? What's the difference? You've been talking about this really. Before we even came here, you were talking about how big it is.
You big go. Ask me why.
You want athletics to be our focus. This,
what is you want to? Is it my fault?
And I was asking you, what is so great? What is so special about the relay, world relays that is coming up in Gabriel's. What's so special about this?
Thank you very much for asking me that question.
Gosh.
I'm telling you guys.
Why are you gushing?
Why will I not gush? This is one of the first time. In fact, this is the first time Africa will be hosting the athletics event. You see, Africa has hosted a few other sports events. In cricket, rugby, World Cup for football. But you see this athletics, despite the fact that we've had the biggest performances across board for a lot of sprint sports especially, or sprint categories, we've never had to.
Can you bring long distance race into it? Because when you're saying sprint categories, you say both. I'm sure
it's actually true.
I'm sure you say both.
I'm sorry, my Kenyans.
The Jamaicans will be looking at you. I'm like,
no.
Sprint. What are these Nigerians talking about?
No.
The Americans will be looking at me. What are these Nigerians talking about?
Okay.
Because now
in
you
the race category, it's true. It's true. It's true. Tyson, I'm sorry.
Who help us to give us gold?
I'm sorry.
Precisely.
I'm sorry.
From him,
I'm sorry.
From Botswana, who gave us gold in 200 meters. No African has ever won anything in sprints. We all know that, especially when it comes to gold at the Olympics. So
not the Olympics we talk now.
Yeah,
what relay?
What relays? Yeah. So
the
Americans will beat you.
They're not they beat everybody for relay. No, Jamaica not even. That's true. Now let me like this word relay.
We're talking about recently now. Now.
Now.
Event. Now.
So this word relay. In case you don't know, if you watch Mortal Kombat and say there is last fight. Yes. It's true. There's last fight. Yeah. Kumite. So the best of the best. So what relays is only open to the top 22 teams. Yes. If you miss your gradients, you fall off. Yes. Now usually you can look like you have qualified though, but if the last race is just before events, the the deadline that they put was first week of April.
Yes,
people like Nigeria, a lot of African countries, they sleeping. Last week we were talking about Zimbabwe and Switzerland that we knocked off when our mixed relay teams got in. So you see us getting to experience this world release now. It's not just like any other event. It's one of the events that they use for Olympic setup. That's how we used to qualify for Paris. When we say Ophelia not coffee run. Yeah, now world release, our team tell you stay qualify for our women and for our men. That's how we used to qualify. It's not the qualifier part of it too. It's the fact that you say you are a runner, you are the best runner in the world.
Yes.
Can you run together as a team? This is the only time that the focus of athletics is not just on individual brilliance, it's a team brilliance. So the biggest problem for all teams, ask America that crashed out, that could not pass their batting, disqualified. Ask even Jamaica, ask the Caribbean countries, they feel them. Is how to pass your batting, that batting synergy and team chemistry. So you may not be the best friends, but as long as you can run well. So what the African countries have been doing in recent times is that, boy, they run well, they run well. We may not run as fast as the best, but we will run well together and we will manage what we have. That's how Botswana take flog everybody for Bahamas. That's how South Africa in the last edition became the top team. Hey, say that they shake. Hey, but they suit me. Because it's in Africa, so I believe that an African team can do it. Now, you see this edition. This edition has a few tweaks. Okay. They now put the mixed relay. And the mixed relay for the 4x100. The last edition, they only use 100. And we Nigerians, we make efforts. It's just that we don't know how to arrange our team well at times. But we make efforts. So with the way this arrangement is now, this new pattern, we're doing it in Blue Track Technology Stadium. The first Blue Track Technology Stadium in Africa. Botswana have it. Their local diamond company has taken over. Them Swaba put money on ground. Then they boost African business. It means that government, state, and economics, they are all marrying together with the sports. Crazy cool. So one weekend, we'll have the best of the best runners in the world. And in batting, it's not by mouth. You see the way the Botswana president...
So what are the prospects for the Nigerians? Because I'm
looking
at the 4x100 meters mixed relay. 4x100 meters, the normal relay. You have the 4x400 men and women, and of course you have the 4x400 mixed relays. So these are, I don't know, the races we take part in. But for the 4x100 meters mixed relay, we're almost there in the qualification. Almost there, just small.
We are 316.
The assurance is the 4x400 meters mixed relay already qualified. The 4x400 meters men qualification also on ground. But then, what are our prospects? Just in case we're able to meet all the qualification standards and we have prospects at all.
See, we have prospects too.
Because it's in May.
We have prospects too.
So we're already in April.
This is one of the ones that, at least the individual athletes that we have.
Yes.
On paper, Nigeria is one of the least ranked, right? But most of our key athletes that run in this particular event are in college. And all of them are in the peak either they are coming back from injury and they are just eating their stride, or they are already boom there. For instance, the only ones that we've not qualified for, that's in contention still, is just the mixed 4x400, right? Yeah. The one that they've Gafari, Badmos, Anita, and Justina, that our girl, when we say we see for Sports Festival, with Tima Godbless, that Bayesa gay, when we say don't work for us well. Just that one, now we say it day in contention. But for those other parts, 4x400, I be 4x100 for women. We already qualified. Tima did it for us already. Yeah. Justina then already do them. For the men already, or for the mixed one, where we have an African record, Chidera Ezeako is there. Maria Thompson, they are there. We have very good prospects that are collegiate, or we have just left college, but we are still in professional mode. Okay. People like, what's her face? Relatively new, and the senior woman like Patience, she's there. She's anchoring, she's finishing work. You saw her qualify with fantastic run that gave us a rank of 21.
You know, I think Patience is not well celebrated.
At all. I can't run the way she's running at that age.
She's been there over time.
10 years, I don't see that woman they run.
There was a sports festival. I'm trying to remember where she ran with her child. Yeah, I'm trying to remember that sports festival. You know, so it's something really remarkable that we don't see regularly. So shout out to Patience. She was our LeBron, no?
Wait, oh. Patience of Coach George was our LeBron James before there was a LeBron James.
Yeah, nobody. Always, you know, there's always these things we set. You know, first in most of the things we do, it's just that they don't get that prominent, you know, that accolades that they need to get. So shout out to Patience for all she's done for athletics over the years. I mean, those are athletes, no matter how bad it is, they stayed. Yes. No matter how difficult, bad it is, they stayed because they have opportunity to actually leave and never come back. But Patience Okon, she stayed.
Well, I will say that for those who have stayed to the Victor Dispose, whoever wins, each team gets at least $40,000 bragging rights and maybe a diamond bracelet, because it's diamond people that see. I like to imagination one wound me.
You know, see,
if not diamond people they sponsor something.
See the way we are talking about Botswana, and I see the way we are talking about, because we know Botswana, that's what they're known for, their natural resources. They are using it.
They either give you big malu or they give you diamond.
What are we using now? We have diamond actually in Zamfara and some other states. What are we using it for? Illegal mining. Mining. I didn't just say that. Okay, but I didn't say that. I know. I didn't say that. Scratch that. If you scratch up, but we have oil. That's what we are bigger. Top 20 producers in the world that we keep talking about. Those stories. But what are we doing? NNPC, come on, what are you guys doing? I know. Yes, there used to be mobile track and field. Yes, they'll tell you about corruption and transparency.
There's MTN champs, and but that's for the juniors now.
No, I'm talking about we're talking about natural resources and how to use your resources to actually benefit, you know, the economy and sports. It's true. So what are we doing in that aspect? So we want to see just maybe oil companies. When you look at the richest people in the world or in Africa, I mean, most of them from oil money. And they're from Nigeria. So you're looking at that aspect. So how do you now, you know, actually help the growth of sports? Just put money into it and see what comes out. I understand they're afraid, you know, and so many things. But then just try this time around, because
Cece, do you want me to drop a quote?
We are building something better. I mean, we are trying to be transparent in most of the things we are doing now. And I hope and pray that, you know, the mobile track and field that we used to have in those, they can return. And then having those people backing it up and also having good running tracks. I remember as about 2018. I was embarrassed.
I was there. Don't
Yes, I was there. Most of the state, I mean, I spoke with most of the athletes. I mean, what they told me.
Jeez. Don't loud it, my sister.
About the track.
Don't loud it, my sister.
So I'm like, people actually decided to put that up. Fine, they said it's been fixed. But athletes are still afraid to actually run there.
Oh, you go and run and enjoy yourself.
I mean, they'd rather run at the Abatech than run.
That's why they use the Abatech for the last qualifications.
That's the thing. So we need standard tracks like that, really. Shout out to Botswana, what they're doing. We can actually host a world relays, but then we don't have what it takes to host it because we do not have facilities.
We do not have. It's always we are building.
Full stop.
We're building and it never goes. Anyway, shout out to our people. Don't forget that Nigeria still has the African record for this world relays, for mixed relays. We've done it before. Hopefully we can do it again. And we're wishing the team the best of success. In the next few days, we'll be very sure whether our boys and our girls have fully in the 6 categories, you know, done their thing. But speaking of do their thing, I like drama. And March Madness spilled into April for women's basketball. And you see, when they say, oh, it's is it secondary school? Is it college now? University? College. It's Oyibo University. What concerns us in Africa? Hello. Did you know that a former The Tigress player, in fact, 2 former The Tigress players just became champions of America. Of America.
Okay, now
Are you
let's talk about the NCAA tournament. I know that's where you're going to. You're so excited. You know what I'm actually excited is UConn have been trying. I've been trying as much as possible to do something really remarkable.
Unbeaten run. They wanted to do an Arsenal. Hey, I'm sorry. Continue. My bottling FC, no verse. Oh, sorry.
But it didn't
I have
happen.
a living God. Sorry.
South Carolina took them out, and then South Carolina came to the final, and then they lost to UCLA.
Right.
And then how did they lose? You know, when they took out UConn, people just felt, okay, South Carolina is for the title. Because UCLA, that's University of California, but they have never won the NCAA tournament. And then South Carolina came to the final. They lost by how many points? By 28 points.
Oh boy, by halftime, and the team already beat 30.
29% from the field. And not just that, it's the largest. I mean, the second largest they've had, because in 2018 they actually lost by 29 points. I mean, that was their largest defeat ever.
Yeah,
it was to UConn that they lost to.
Yeah.
You know, that was in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. So, and then that happened. And then take a look at how UCLA won. Now, UCLA, the coach, Corey Close, she's not been so close.
She's not been so close. She was semi-finals last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm coming there. And I'm driving at something. Until 2023, when she decided to bring in Atoye in Gifa. Now, Atoye...
Call on again.
Atoye...
Waterside woman. If you want to win, get you in Nigeria. What a warrior. Continue.
So when Atoye joined in 2023, now let me take a look at the records. Yeah, I need to break in something.
Break it.
When she joined the staff during the 2023 and 2024 season, you know, UCLA finished with a strong 27-7 overall record, and they got to the second round.
Yeah.
Now, in her full season of joining it, that was 2024-2025, they achieved a record of 34-3. And they finished in the Big Ten Conference. And of course, that's when they reached the Final Four of the NCAA. Yeah. Now, what does she do there? Now, she's not just having a close relationship with the players, but the fact that she was able to bring in some strategy and also maybe teaching them the winning formula. Because Atoye was also part of the team. In 2017, you know, Afrobasket. In 2019, Afrobasket at the Tokyo Olympics. She was with D Tigers. So she understands what it means to win. So she brought in that winning formula. And then 2025, the coach decided to bring in Mikel Arteta. And then when Mikel now joined, and what happened? In 2026, they won their first title. So that's the build-up I'm coming. She wasn't close to winning until she brought us to Nigerians.
Everything so double.
Semi-final. And then now she won the title. So shout out to UCLA for what they've done so far when it comes to bringing in, knowing how to use their former players. These two ladies I mentioned played for them, before. So they understand that these girls have played for them. They have a little bit of national team. Yes, Mikel Arteta, she's not been like a regular stay, with the Tigers. She was with the Tigers only at the Paris Olympics, and I hope maybe at the World Cup she will get a look in, because she's still very young. Relatively. Yeah, 26, right? So that young girl, she's still very young. Just quit go school. We know Atoye, she's retired now. I mean, she was big with the D Tigers when she was playing. So the point I'm trying to make is, see what the coach had to do. Look into the former players. If I bring these players in who are winners, by the way, Mikel, was a WNBA Rookie of the Year 2021. Yes. So I mean, these are stars. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So these are players who understands what it means to win. Me having them as part of your coaching crew and what they can impart in the players. I think that's where this winning formula comes, because you can't just look at Corey Close alone. You're going to look at the people that she works with and how they were able to get into that title. I think you have something. You can't take somebody where you've never been. And my sister from tell me that time. They say, my sister, if you never reach there, you're not official person how they want to reach there. So now they do like all those motivational minister for boss. No. If you never carry people drive them reach there, you just be conductor. So I like that when you want to get something, you have to get people that have fought for something and have won something. And also people that really want to prove, because this was the first final in a long time that 5 seniors, 9 say start, and 9 finish work for the better part. And they closed up. LA didn't really drop. They didn't give their
they didn't give the
Right.
grace of the starters to, oh, this person when we say they for sophomore, this flashy freshman.
Yeah,
it was Don Sterling's girls, the ones from South Carolina that had that big blowout already,
bars, yeah.
that already broken
Madina
54
Obote,
unbeaten run,
Yeah.
break the man wahala.
Yeah.
It was people like Madina,
Mandina Obot, yeah.
one of
Nigerian,
their
by the
highest
way,
scorers,
yeah.
a Nigerian too, a
But
girl.
in the first quarter, she went 1-5.
1-5
in the
that
first
girl
quarter.
normally na like at least 13 points per match she dey drop. If I say match per game.
Yeah,
But this time, she was struggling. They closed that down. This other girl, when they carry her, they attack another Nigerian girl too, from what's its face, South Carolina. Madina moved from Mississippi, to South Carolina. And now she didn't know yet. Adele, they couldn't even bother to start her because he get why. But unlike South Carolina, LA use old timers. Sometimes too. Let me tell you, those of you that used to throw your face away from old timer. You want to get results. Get old timer when still they hungry.
Yeah.
No be everything you go give small picking share sooner they yeah. Not the pack small boys anyhow. Anyway, back to the matter. I don't want to be traumatized. I want to say shout out to the Nigerian girls. There was also another Nigerian girl in the squad. So we had almost 6 Nigerians in the final of the biggest game in USA for collegiate women. Marianne Dauda as well. My heart cries. I won't lie. You once upon a time, at a time when they do these collegiates, especially in the 2000s when we say there isn't it started come up, you see more Nigerians in this cadre, in this level or at this level, and you could track where they came from our local, and then they moved, and then they went to collegiate, and then they. I will not cry too much. At least we have 6 people there, and 2 of them they won. And they are champions. And on that note, we say congratulations. You see, I be say the coaches, they hug themselves. If you lose, learn to say congratulations. Now me lose, now me mess up. Not begin to shout up and down like that guy for UConn. If you want blow something, blow. Cece, your blowing game is getting better. Is it because you finished your fast? Because when they blow the other time, they blow like who they see really. But as we tie this up, I want to tell you that in case you're not following, this is the show Cece and Chief Swap on Sports Fiber. Please, we appreciate your encouragement, your likes, your bookmarks. They bookmark us for inside TikTok. I don't see some people bookmark us. You say we get sense. They won't come back to the conversation. Thank you very much. We're on YouTube and all the other platforms, and be part of the community because really we have multiple things happening in the world of sports, and what we try to do here is showcase especially the Africans and the Nigerians, because we are Nigerian, proudly Nigeria. So you can be part of the community, engage. There's no bad answer. Banter is always welcome. And if you feel like maybe there's one Nigerian or African somewhere doing something in sports that we have not focused on, please let us know. Abby,
let us know. I mean, Chiamaka Nnadozie give out her props, a hat trick at the weekend. So,
do you know that Shukurat Oladipo, your girl, she just finished work. Don't give themselves 3 points when we say not concede things. And Roma is in.
I love her post. I love her post. When she posted something, putting something in her pocket. I mean, pocketed 3 points.
Yeah,
I mean that was
the pride for me.
That was the pride I got from that post. I mean, the girls are doing wonderfully well. You can't bring in everybody. At the point, these girls, what they're doing, we acknowledge it, we understand it, and we know that yes, it's not always easy to be there. But I'll close with this.
No, we never close. We'll go talk about yes or no.
If you really want to win, get a Nigerian in your team and you win. Yeah, Ebere easy. I mean, maybe if he's playing for Nigeria,
if he was,
maybe.
This was
okay. No, I'm not going to say that. Quadruple to double, double is still your thing. Yeah. Okay, now.
Not hear about too much. By the way, I must give shout out to our man star striker, one of the finest bowlers we have out of the Nigerian descent, Sikiru Alimi, who is now a father of 2. When they say this guy win, sharpest striker for Nigeria.
Do you understand? He's striking everywhere. In the bedroom, also off the field and on the field.
I saw the post. It was so lovely. I know say Mr. Producer go show now the picture of them. Mona say our Nigerian boys are growing. The boys are turning to men, and men turning to leaders. They are leading their beautiful families. So my brother, congratulations. Love to you, your wife. From us, Cece and Chief Swap show on Sports Fiber.
Congratulations.
Nigerians! Congratulations.
We can decide the sports they will play. I mean,
they make it start again.
Basketball and football. I mean, there's money in it.
What about tennis? There's big money. You not see that game
if you don't have so much money, especially when it comes to tennis, sponsorship Ask Jack Draper, he will tell you.
Man, no lie, you. When I
Yes.
born my own, I tried to give one project in Mbappe before Mbappe pure finish. My pikin no same ball. He can see gymnastics for Olympics. Now so he can't they use 4 leg, they waka. After my pikin throw back it 2 times for parlor, and I begin the hole in neck. I ask myself, are you sure?
Get him a coach.
I should get him a coach. Okay.
So Bayelsa. What
Bayelsa.
happened in Bayelsa at the weekend? I mean, every state is embracing race. Every state.
Every state is
Obudu
embracing
Mountain
race.
Race started it. Can please, the people of Cross River State, can we bring back Obudu Mountain Race? I actually took part in journalist race 1 year. I finished last anyway, but then Leah Emoke, everybody stood up and were,
Who don't go clap for you? Easy, it's perseverance.
Easy, you know, for you to the endurance race.
See.
Cross River, please bring it back.
Bring it
Obudu
back,
Mountain
oh.
Race. We want to see that. So Bayelsa, what are they up to?
Oh, I had quite a time because I went to Bayelsa over the weekend for Good Friday into Saturday. And my people, what I saw in the South, first of all, Bayelsa people know even understand so they do sports and sports na vibes first. Because we're doing the 10-kilometer race, and just before it started, no, now I want to go bury her, now I want to stop us. We want to go birthday. I think Timmy Dakolo's wife was doing a birthday celebration or something. So people were really, we don't want to block road. You know how they do now. But guess what happened? When the race, it was a 10-kilometer race. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And by the time it was powered by Bayelsa
road
State Government.
race?
Yeah, it was a road race. It started from, I think, Mbiyama Junction to Opolo, thereabouts, one of their major thoroughfares, right? And they had over 1,000 people that participated. It was good because it's the first time they've never had that. The governor was there. It was their baby project. They brought in the consultants that have done the marathons from Access Lagos, Abuja, and that's Nilayo Sports, right? But what I noticed, my sister, the money normally for price for road races in Nigeria is always in dollars.
Dollars, yes.
And there has never been a Nigerian in 15 years since we started doing road races that are approved by World Athletics. And they are set to try and get the approval.
Okay.
So they put in chiefs, they put all the technical things in place. They brought in observers to make sure that everything was tight and smooth. But guess the kicker. The minute the race was done, sis, and Bayelsa people, EPA people, Saturn Ijo people, the minute they come the center space for Peace Park, and they were telling them, the winner of the race, of course it was the elite
Ethiopian or Kenya?
It was an Ethiopian. Wait,
Okay.
first. So it was an Ethiopian that won.
Okay.
The Kenyan that came, Bernard, he had an injury and he couldn't.
Let's start with
proceed.
the men's race first.
So the men's race,
Okay.
Nagaiman win. But he had a fantastic race. It was just inside 29, 26. That was his race. But the key part for me was that for the first time, we had a Nigerian run under 30 minutes for a 10-kilometer. Yeah. What did they call that boy name? James. It was a 29, 39, thereabout, 29, 59, but under 30 minutes. And then the other guy, Bayelsa boy, I think, too, he ran and he made the podium. So it was an Ethiopian flanked by 2 Nigerians. So it's the first time we are having, in fact, okay, I'm not gonna blame you, not be you collect money, so I can appreciate that. So it's the first time we had 2 Nigerians flanking. For the first time since 15 years, 2 Nigerians actually grabbing that dollars.
They collected the dollars.
Yes. So 3,000, 2,000. And not just that. There's a 1 million already for the best.
From the states.
From the state already. For the best Bayelsa. So that one was there. There was another 1 million for the fastest runner that was Nigerian, male or female. Then there was 500,000 for those that, you come, the one that comes second. Everything, most of the monies, I'll say 75% of the monies went to Nigerians. So as soon as race finished, that's what Bayelsa has come. We not go run again. I said, why you not go run again?
Those ones that wanted to go for birthdays and burials, and what was the feeling after seeing how people were making money just by running? So
also, they did this thing. I will tell you why I go this thing. Why I won't talk now. They did this thing also that sports commissioner Daniel Igali did. He said that those of the people, there was a category if you run as a group of 5, if you have friends that you run together. So if you have a good time, a fast time, the fastest time, you get 500k. So all of you have 100k. Now we run together inside 40 minutes, we win. So those categories, as soon as they say the money, not be joke. Say it be like say sports. It be like say this thing is real, oh. All this my Akayama, they run go what do they call that? Igbogene. I feel you use that to make money now. So everybody begin to, excuse me, sir, check me. Are you sure that I'm not the one that won? Me and my friends. And that was where it was good that the World Athletics folks were there.
Yeah.
People like Khan, people like Yusuf Ali was the road race director, because there was a chip on every person.
Yeah.
So as soon as
once
you
cross the finish line,
yeah,
it's
my
hard,
fellow Nigerians, if not now some people won't do it for us, but you guys will see the videos, you guys can see the lights, you can see what's going on there.
Yeah.
And truly, for our sports lifestyle flow for this weekend, I think it was a great way to enter into the sports tourism, sports entertainment ecosystem from Doyediri. I go yap government normally, but this one, I see the joy and I see what if you do. So I'll say, Bayelsa,
Well done.
gonna try. Oh wait,
Yeah, well done.
You don't think that one me? Now more you will. So on that note,
I think if the state can just when you're embracing
going to be
road
continued,
races, yes. I mean, okay.
Governor saying that 21 kilometers they won't go next to.
Next.
Do you know what it
But
means?
what happens when they leave the office?
When he leaves the office? That's a very good question.
Because Obodo mountain races, I mean, there
Now
was
they-
no continuum
Now
after
they
the
choose to drop the
PDP
ball.
guys left.
Lagos, you know how many governors don't pass this Abode? So
No,
before
because it's organized by a private sector. That's the difference.
okay, that's true, Sha.
Yeah.
The Lagos one,
It's
the private sector that owns it.
That owns it. So they
Lagos
just involve
partners.
the government because
Yeah.
why? It's having the name of the
It's
state.
true, it's
That's
true,
the reason.
It's true. It's
So
true.
Obudu was run by the government. So if we had like a private entity, if they were the ones that actually came up with it, I believe it won't be dead. And I hope
won't lie
and pray
you.
that it's not totally dead because it was big.
It was big,
huge.
oh. I
It
won't
was
play, oh.
huge. One of the biggest
They
races
used to
we
do-
had.
you know
in
when they were doing
Nigeria.
those races, sorry for cutting, they used to do that Rolls Royce, all those classic cars. They used to do race too. Imoke did it then too now. They were doing classic cars that would be carrying. Before the car will come, they break down for road, they'll come, they push, and you know, say that side, Obudu high. So you come, they push, you come, they push Rolls Royce, and not Benz.
But then
Anyway.
the mountain race was fantastic, and hopefully we can actually do that. I'm happy that Pope race is also back. So
Yeah.
these are some of the things we really want to see, because if you want to grow an ecosystem,
Yes,
in Nigeria,
your
sports
community.
ecosystem, so you have to involve
Funky
the community.
vibes.
And from there, I'm sure next year, the Bayelsans will be talking about we want go wedding, we want go burial. They want to
wedding help?
fill the form and join the race and collect some quid and be
in dollars and naira.
richer than they were before they ran
If
the
I
race.
one guy say, I don't pay my house rent. As he talked up, I felt it. As somebody when say my landlord don't increase rent, I feel
How many times in 2 years?
No, let's not talk about that. I'll be traumatized. On that note, I want to say thank you to each and every. In fact, sorry, I said I. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have been part of the conversation. What are you looking forward to post Easter?
A lot, really, a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing us naturally winning something, and it's been a while.
For yourself.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that, really, because it's been a heartbreaking, a tough time for them. Tough times, tough people.
A
Last,
Premier
right?
League or a Champions
But
League?
tough-
Which one do you think they really need to focus on?
They can focus on both. They can actually do the double. Yeah, you can move from quadruple to a double, but you can't do from quadruple to single. That would be embarrassing.
My sister, now what for you? You go pick one, you give them two. Let me say you don't mean them win anything, Abi. Anyway, I want to say thank you. I would say that. What am I looking forward to?
Yeah.
Probably.
International breaks for the women.
International breaks, because we have a few games coming up. I think our producer will be able to pop some of the games out for you so you can check it out on the screen. But don't worry, by next week we'll go into the matter deep dive, because things they sup. Some people they get endorsement deals. Our girls, they are doing some things. Some are releasing a clothing line. Shout out to Chiamaka Nnadozie, by the way, legends from our Super Falcons. She ended the Easter opening a restaurant, yes, in Lagos. So things they happen. So we'll catch you next week, and hopefully by then I don't go check out food for day. Maybe I go even carry video. Cece, what will they do this week? We'll go check out some food.
Okay, lifestyle, yeah.
We'll go check small food out now. Hopefully
I've been really hungry.
yeah.
I need to put some on some.
You they shop normally. Anyway, go shop with my people. We'll go catch you next week, and God bless. Boko.